Yes, we can.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Um, all right, everyone. I'm going to be quickly teaching on or educating on financial planning for business success. Now that you know me, you know what I do. Um, we're going to be diving straight into the class. So, financial planning for business success. The course content is going to cover financial planning. What is financial planning? What is it all about? Two, we are going to be developing a financial plan. So I'm going to be discussing the aspects of financial planning. But in discussing it, I'm basically showing you how to develop a solid financial plan. So the style of my teaching is practical. So as I'm teaching, you are basically having insight on what to do, steps to take. So you're going to be learning how to create a financial plan as I'm discussing. Number three, I'm going to be introducing you to investing for business growth. Now I'm going to be talking about majorly on investing in assets, but I'm also going to cover the various forms of investing as a business owner. Four, I'm going to be talking about the types of investment assets. So we have varying types of investment assets, also called financial instruments. So as a business owner, I'll be introducing you to investment assets because I believe that as a business, your business can own shares. Your business can own stocks, shares, equities. Your business can own a land. I was watching a movie and then the lady was saying that, they were saying, oh, this your office is beautiful and everything. And she was not like, oh, I own the building. I was like, yes, that's my girl. Like, that's an investment. You understand? She's a business owner, and the building that she has a company in, she's not renting it. She bought it. And that's an investment in both land and in both property. So that's a form of investment. Number five, I'm going to be showing you how to invest in assets. I believe most people actually know the different types of investment assets, but they don't know how to start. They don't know how to get into it because that information, I feel like a lot of educators don't say it so openly on how the step-by-step guide on how to the step-by-step guide on actually how to invest in assets. Then there's just going to be a general note. Then we're quickly going to take Q&A, and then I'm going to provide some certain resources for you, practical resources and resources that can help you utilize everything I'm going to be teaching you. So they are hands-on resources that you can implement after this training or this class. Okay, let's quickly dive in. What is financial planning? Financial planning evaluates your money situation, and it comprises of four things majorly. It comprises of your income. Now, what is your income? Your income is money that is coming into your business account. It is money that is coming in if you're in the corporate sector. It's money that is coming in as your salary. You understand? Money that is coming to you. You understand? What are expenses? Expenses are money that is leaving your account. Debit alert. You understand? Money that is spent on something. What are debts? Debts are money that you outsource, money that you borrow from either an organization, a financial organization, or you borrow from a friend. You understand? And what is saving? Saving is money set aside for specific purposes. And I quickly need to say this because I was on my financial group, and then a lady just highlighted something that, oh, thank you for putting this resource out. And the resource was about saving. And in that resource, I was saying that the problem with saving with people is that people just save. People don't save for specific things. And that's the thing. When you not save for a certain period, you now realize that after you save for a long period of time and you are proud of yourself that you have saved for a long time, you now realize that one day you just go and pick up that money and just use it for anything. Do you know why? Do you know why people do that? It's because there was no purpose attached to why they were saving. They just saved because it's important to save. At least all these financial educators and all these financial gurus, they'll be telling us to save 20% of my 20% of my income, 20% of my business earnings. Let me just save. And you just end up saving. And then you're not saving for a specific reason. Why are you saving? Are you saving for emergencies? Are you saving to buy a machine? Are you saving for a course? Are you saving to travel? What are you saving for? Then also when it comes to financial planning, we'll cover investments. Now, investment, I'm going to be teaching on 3 different areas of investment. Or on the larger scale, I'm going to be discussing on investment in terms of financial assets. So when it comes to financial planning, when you are creating a financial plan for your business, it must have these 4 things. It must have your income. That means you must know how much is coming into your account on a monthly basis. That is, how much money are you making? Or how much money are you making from your business? You understand? How much, like in the month of January or in the month of May, how much money have I made? You should know your numbers. When it comes, if you're a business owner, you don't know your numbers, you are joking. You are joking. Then your expenses, what am I spending money on? You're supposed to be sitting down with yourself and having financial dates with yourself. Carry the spreadsheet, carry your cash flow statement. Anyway, we're going to be discussing all this. Carry your cash flow. What am I spending money on in this business? Am I spending money? Am I taking my business money and using it to go and buy shawarma? Or I'm using it to, go for parties, or I'm using it to buy some nice dresses I saw on one store on Instagram. I'm using it to buy shoes, or I'm using it to buy things that basically are not adding value to my business, or are just for my personal needs. You understand? And then we are going to be covering debt, savings, and larger part of investment. So let's just dive in. Now, developing a solid financial plan. Developing a solid financial plan. Now, when it comes to developing a solid financial plan, number 1, you must know your cash flow statement. Oh, so important. So important. Now, what is a cash flow statement? A cash flow statement is a document that tracks the inflow and the outflow of money in a business. It's a document that shows your income. Your income is inflow. That is, like I said already, is the money coming into your account. And your expense is the money that is going out of your account. Your cash flow shows the financial health of your company. Is your company sick? Is your company healthy? Your cash flow will determine whether it's sick or it's healthy. In fact, your cash flow shows your financial position as a business owner, whether you are making profit, or you are in loss. And can I say this very importantly, that just because you are making sales, that is, people are buying either your service or your goods, does not mean that you are making profits. People often make that mistake a lot. That, people are just buying my products, people are just buying my online course, or people are just, patronizing my services. I'm a consultant. I know a lot of people just are seeking. I've seen 30,000 in my account, 40,000 in my account, 50. I'm making money. I'm making profit. No, it does not mean you're making profits. It just shows that you are having an income. Now, what determines whether you are making a profit or not is your cash flow. At the end of the day, if you add all the the money that is coming in as an income, and then you subtract your expenses, that is the money. For example, if you are a business owner that deals in production and you are producing, let's say, goods, or you are producing hair products, you are just in the production business, you are producing something. When you subtract your expenses, that is all the costs that was involved in you producing that goods. Or if you're a service business owner, if you subtract all the costs in terms of marketing your goods online, that is social media ads and the likes, you subtract everything from the money that has coming. If at the end of the day you subtract it and you are in a negative, it shows that you're operating at a loss. What do I mean? If your expense, that is the cost in your business, is greater than the money that is coming in, the money that is coming into the account, the amount that people are paying for a particular good or service, if the cost is greater than the income, you are operating at a loss. For you to be making profit, your income must supersede your expense. And also, can I say this? That's why I said here that inflow minus outflow will give you your cash flow. Inflow is your income and outflow is your expense. That's just like the simple arithmetic. Now, can I say this? As a business owner, you cannot effectively know your cash flow if you mix your business account with your personal account. You cannot know. It will be very, very difficult. Now, I know a lot of people, especially growing business owners, people that are just starting out and all that, are still at a certain seed or small stage of your business, or a growing, like I said, I like using growing, a growing stage of your business. And you feel you don't have money yet to register your business with CAC so that you can open a corporate bank account. That is not the problem. You don't need to, that's not a problem at all. One thing you can do is that you can open a licensed financial technology app. For example, now you can open a Kuda app. You understand? Maybe a Kuda or a Money Point or an OPay. You understand? Or Optimus account. There's so many licensed. Now, you notice I'm using the word licensed financial technology app. You can open an account there where when your customers ask for your account details, you don't give them your personal account where maybe your parents send money to you or your friends send money to you, or that's where your salary comes in. That's if you are working in the corporate sector. Don't mix those accounts. Create a Kuda account where, whenever it is a customer, a client wants to pay for your service or pay for your product, give them that account number. The reason why is that by the time you want to track your cash flow statements, that is subtracting your income and your expense, you'll be able to track it easily from that account. You just download the financial statement, and then you'll be able to trace in the credit and the debit. So you know, this is the credit coming from Mr. Lagbaja, Mrs. Solari, Mrs. Solanke, and this expense, 10,000 naira was debited from this account. Why was it debited? I used it to buy fuel. I use this money to recharge. I use this money to buy airtime. At the end of the day, you can now say, this is all the income that's coming for the month of May. Yes, 32,000 naira. And then this is all the money that has been debited from my account for different expenses, which sums up to maybe 5,000 naira. And then you subtract it. You subtract the 5,000 naira from the 32,000 naira. You will know that in the month of May, I made a profit of this. Do we understand this? I made a profit of this. So please don't make a mistake of merging your business account with your personal account. And if you are a business owner that has more than one or two businesses, still separate it. Still separate it. Don't combine them together. For example, if you operate a business of, let's say you are a hairdresser and you make wigs. Let's say you make wigs, and then you also have a service business where you consult. You understand? Maybe you have a consulting service. There are two different businesses, and you have different clients that pay for different things. Have separate accounts for that, because you cannot come and be mixing the amount of money that the income that is coming for consulting service and the income that is coming from hair business service. By the time you want to calculate whether your hair business is making money, you'll be so confused when you print out the financial statement. This 10,000 naira that I debited from my account, was it an expense for hair or an expense for consulting? You will not be confused. You cannot now calculate your cash flow statement. It will not be cumbersome. The figures will not be looking too boring and everything. At the end of the day, you just leave it and just say, we'll move again next month. So please, if you own businesses, try to, if you don't have a corporate account yet and you have not registered your CAC, if you have registered, please go and open a corporate account. It makes you seem more professional. You understand? Instead of them seeing your name, they can see your corporate name. You understand? They know that, oh, this person is actually serious with this business. They will know there's a certain level of respect that comes with professional business name than just normal name that you're using for your business and all that. Then I said something here. Do you normally see skits where founders and CEO ask how much they made last year? And in an instance, they call figures. This is what I said at the beginning, that a lot of us need to know our numbers. If you're someone that wants to scale and probably is looking to really grow your business, and that's why I love what Gift said. These classes, and what Praise is doing with this business bootcamp is really for people that want to grow. It's for people that want to grow. And if you're someone that wants to grow, you should know your numbers. If someone asks you last year, how much did you make in your business? And you can't call figures. I mean, you can't even tell if it's someone that maybe wants to, let's say it's an investor, you just meet at a networking event and be like, oh, I like your business. After you've explained yourself that you're looking for investors to invest in your business, just imagine for a second, I go for a business event, a networking event, and then I've been looking for investors so that I can scale my business. And then I meet a guy who is like a, big investor, venture capitalist and all that. And then I said, he's not interested in my business after I've explained everything. And then he now asked me, so how much did you make last year? And you're like, let me open my bank app and check. You even open that bank app set. You're looking at the financial statement. You can't even tell, you can't produce out what you made last year. It's not good. It doesn't speak well of how seriously you take your business, because if you take your business seriously, you will know your numbers. In fact, there are some people here, if I asked you as a serious business owner, and that's what you do primarily, and I ask you, how much did you make last week? I'm not talking about last year, I'm not talking about last month. How much did you make? How much did your business make last week? I'm not talking about money that was steadily coming in, that maybe someone paid 50,000, 60,000. I'm talking about after you have subtracted your expense from your income. How much did you make last week? A lot of people can't tell. This is why you must know your cash flow statement in developing a solid financial plan. Number 2, setting financial goals. Oh, so important. Having a solid financial goal for your business is very, very important. It helps to determine how fast and how far your business will grow. Now, when you're setting financial goal, I believe in the use of the SMART metric. That is, your goal must be specific. Your goal must be measurable. Your goal must be achievable. Your goal must be realistic or relevant. And your goal must be time bound. Now, this is a typical example. If you're a business owner, you should divide your goals into 2. That is your short-term goals and your long-term goals. Now, let me give an example of my own kind of business. As I've been a financial consultant, I have very different businesses I operate. I consider them investments anyways. So, for example, I own a business where I do printing of shirts. It's a new business, started late last year. And I print, I customize t-shirts. I put a lot of prophetic inscriptions on it, prophetic words, words of prophecies on the shirts and all that. And then one of my shirts, this is an example. This is not the cost of my shirt. I'm just trying to give a practical example. One of my shirts costs 2,000 naira. And my short-term goal is that I want to make 200,000 every month. That is a goal, right? You want to make 200,000 every month. And one shirt costs 2,000 naira. How many shirts do I need to sell to make 200,000 naira in a month? I'm very specific. I'm specific about making 200,000 naira. and I want to make it in a month. I want to make it in 1 month. So every month I must make 200,000 naira. So what do? I must sell 100 shirts. So if you multiply my 2,000 naira with 100 shirts, that is, if I sell my 2,000 naira shirts to 100 people in a month, I can make 200,000 naira. So what is going to be my goal for every month? My goal for every month is to sell 100 shirts. That is a very, very specific goal. It's not like you now come into the year, your New Year's resolution. I'm going to be a financial giant this year. My plan is to make 10 million naira this year. My brother, calm down. It's not like that. You specify, okay, I want to make 10 million naira, or maybe 1 million naira in a year. How do I achieve 1 million naira in a single year? That means if you want to make 1 million naira in a single year, you should have an income, you should have a cash flow of close to 90,000 naira every month. Right? You need to have at least 90,000 naira income, close to 90,000 naira income on a monthly basis. So start from small to grow big. Don't just call a figure and just say, trust me, if you just call 1 million naira to achieve in a month, you won't achieve it at the end of the day. In fact, that entire month, you might not even make up to 500,000 because you have not created a plan that will show that you can achieve what you are supposed to do every month or how much you're supposed to make. Oh, I must make at least close to 90,000 naira every month to be able to achieve my 1 million naira in a year benchmark. Also, you can divide your goal into long-term goal. So it's short-term and long-term. Now, this is a long-term goal. Your long-term goal, if you are in a business like a printing business like me, customized business, you just started out and all, and you say to yourself that in 5 months' time, I want to buy a printing machine. For example, now you are outsourcing your business. Let's say you are giving somebody to be printing on the shirt, you understand, and you know it's a cost for you. But in 5 months' time, you want to have your own machine, right? So what do? You know that one shirt costs 2,000 naira. And in 5 months' time, let's say, okay, let me use this example. Long-term goal, you want to buy a printing machine. Let's say the printing machine is 1 million naira. The printing machine is 1 million naira. And you don't have the money right now. But you know that your business makes 200,000 naira every month. So what do? I want to buy a machine of 1 million naira. That means you're supposed to be making above 200,000 naira every month to be able to buy a machine in 5 months' time. Because if you multiply 5 months by 200,000, you're going to get 1 million naira. But obviously, you're not going to pack all the money that you make, right? You're not going to pack all the money that you make and go and buy machine. At the end of the day, how are you going to, for example, if you have staff, how are you going to pay your staff salary? You understand? So your long-term goal, you have to be very realistic. You have to measure it and you have to be very specific. For example, if you want to pay a loan, let's say you've incurred a loan, you got it from a financial institution. You're going to factor in that, oh, in this social number of months, I want to pay off this loan. So how do I achieve that? My repayment plan is, for example, 20,000 naira every month. So from your business earnings, you set aside 20,000 naira every month to be repaying back into the account where you borrowed money. You understand? So it's a goal. They are planned. You need to set aside plans so that your business can grow fast and your business can grow far. Quickly, let us move to budgeting. What is a budget? A budget allows you to control your money, or a budget allows you to control what your money does for the business. A budget helps you to make decisions you rationally can't make alone. A budget helps you to know what to cut off. It helps you to arrange your needs according to a scale of preference. Now, as a good business or a good business budget covers three areas. Number one, your business covers your operational costs, it covers your savings, and it covers your investments. There is this rule of thumb in personal finance that 50 30, 50 30 20, 50 30 20, where 50% goes to your wants and your needs. 20% goes to, I'm sorry, 30% goes to your wants and 20% goes to investment. It's just like a guide. It doesn't mean that necessarily 50% of your money should go to your wants. So I was saying that as a business owner, you have um, you want to create a budget. Your budget should cover three main areas. Number one, your operational budget. You should have an operational budget. The operational budget covers your day-to-day expenses. That is money you spend, expenses that you incur on a daily basis. For example, if you're someone that deals with production, that is money that is set aside for buying of raw materials, restocking of goods, money that is spent on social media ads. You understand? Money that is spent buying airtime, data, paying of salaries to your staff, transportation costs. So if you want to create a budget for your business, you must identify these things that you spend money on a daily basis. I was on Instagram and I saw a lady that posted that she was just mentioning some of her costs, and she was like she spent 150,000 naira on social media ads, and then it gave her about 1 million naira. She made 1 million naira, basically more than 1 million naira on sale of some certain goods out of running the ads for the cost of 115 and 150,000 naira. And I was like, that's a profit. And in fact, that's a huge profit. So for her, social media ads is one of her operational costs. So you need to acknowledge or take cognizance to what you spend money on as a business owner on a regular basis. What are the things that keep your business running? What are the things that keep your business running? These are the things you should put more money on. In fact, I've already defined it here that at least 60% of the money that you make, that is after you subtracted certain expenses, the money that you make should go into your operational budget. Also, we have the savings budget. The savings budget is for emergency funds. I know that we Nigerians are very, very religious people and we don't believe in bad things. But this does not exempt the fact that you need to set money aside. You need to set money aside for emergencies. God forbid something happens. God forbid you're in your shop or your enemy shop, because I know we're very religious people. God forbid your enemy shop catches fire, and then, or maybe one of your machines that you use to produce bulk of goods or something, or your laptop that you use for your service business suddenly crashes. Are you now going to stop doing business? Does it mean that that's it, bye bye, no more business? You should have a pool of funds where this money, you're not touching your operational budget, the money you use to run your business on a daily basis. You have a money that is set aside where you can pull and use for emergencies. For that's your saving budget. Then also you must have an investment budget. Now this includes buying assets for your business. Now when you're investing in your business, please, it's not just about buying financial assets like I've already said. You can invest in training yourself. You can invest in training your staff if you have a staff. You can invest in buying an insurance coverage for the machines in your store, or for even your laptop. If your laptop is like your greatest asset for your business, you can actually insure your laptop. So in a situation where it gets damaged, the insurance company is going to cover a huge part of that cost. You can invest in training your staff. Is a part of your investment budget, and I want to lay emphasis on that. Training yourself and training your staff. Maybe you are a service provider or a consultant or something. You need to improve your skills. You understand? You need to get better at what you're already currently doing. For example, I am a financial consultant. I don't stick in the basic knowledge of just knowing or investment or knowing savings. You understand? I dive into other areas that a lot of my customers need knowledge on, and presently that I cannot give, but I know I still want to give more value. So I need to invest in myself. I'm making money through consulting of these services. So I want to scale higher. So I invest in myself. I invest in buying courses. I invest in taking training programs. I invest in professional courses. You understand? To get to a certain level, you understand? I'm developing myself. So when you invest in yourself, you're actually investing in your finances too. Because if you get better, you're able to reach more clients and a huge customer base that are ready to pay for your services. Okay, quickly, let's move to investing for business growth. There are three ways to invest in your business to see financial growth and success. There are three ways to invest in your business to see financial growth and success. Number one, investing. Oh my God, I just said it now. Invest in training yourself and your staff. It is too important. One of the three ways to invest in your business if you want to see financial growth is invest in yourself and invest in your staff. That's if you have a staff, people that are working for you. The reason why is that for example, your staff, they are like the fountain of your business. They are the life of your business because they are the people that interact with customers. They are the people that make sure that everything is growing in your business. Now, how do you invest in your staff and how do you invest in yourself? Like I said, take courses, teach yourself customer service training. It's amazing how you think that customer service is just, a lot of people think that customer service is just about responding to Instagram DM, WhatsApp DM, oh, I saw your good, blah, blah, blah. I've had so many interactions with a lot of service providers. I have some interactions with service providers, and I'm often so disappointed, so disappointed in their customer service. It is so poor. Like Gift mentioned, some of them can be so rude. Like she mentioned the fact that you will greet somebody and then you're just like hello, then you're like yes, or I saw your good, then you're like yes. Like there is no coherency even in their flow of conversation. In fact, you're asking them maybe a certain question, they're answering on another thing. So there are things about customer service. Personally, you feel like you know, but you actually don't. In January, I took a customer service training. It was mandated in our bank that we should all take a customer service training, and I learned a lot about customer service that I did not know. For me, I thought customer service was just about responding to Instagram DMs and making sure that customers are satisfied with my product and stuff like that. It was beyond that. They taught us about psychology, how to interact with customers in such a way that they want to come back. You understand? In fact, some people, they might not specifically exactly be so, your product might not be so great. It might just be your customer service. One of my friend was telling me that he has a barber that is close to his estate, but he does not barb his hair there simply because there is a packaging he gets. This is a barbing service he gets from a place that cost him about 300 naira transport fee to get to that place. But he said he rather pays that because the customer service there is great. They treat his beards. They even advise him on how to take care of the bumps on his around his beards and all that. He loves their service just simply because their service is excellent compared to just a regular person just barbing your hair, cutting it and everything. So invest in yourself, invest in your staff. Number two, invest in the business. Oh my God, so important. Don't just leave your business and just say you're just into buying and selling. What's that? Invest into the business. How do you invest into the business? You can invest into the packaging of your product, invest into the process flow, invest into the aesthetics. For example, if you have a store, invest into the aesthetics of the business store. I don't know if you guys know light and curtains. I love what Temilade Salami is doing with it. Like there was a video of her I was watching, and then she was like, when she went to the UK, she went shopping for her business. She bought some mirrors, she bought some, I don't know, some things, and she was like, this is how she invests into her business to just make her customers' life better. Invest into the packaging of the nylon of your business. For example, if currently the nylon of your business is not so the packaging it's not so strong, you understand? When customer gets it, the clothes that you have packaged is already coming out and it has already torn. By the time the customer gets it, it's not nice and everything. And you are just seeing it like that and you are doing nothing. You invest, you set aside a money that you invest in a better packaging. Invest in your business so that your customer will be so pleased with it. Number three, invest in assets. That is financial instrument. This is where I want to quickly build upon. Invest in financial instrument. Your business is not too small for you to have financial instruments. Your business is not too small for you to buy stocks for your business. In fact, I first learned how to buy stocks for my business from my mentor, Tony Balogun, when she told me that her business has shares. She's not even talking about her personally, that not her personal money. She says her business owns real estate. Her business has stocks in companies, like the business as an entity has stocks in companies. I was like, so businesses can actually own their own financial instrument. I was amazed and I started it and I went to read a lot about it and I saw that it's actually very good. Aside me investing in business, my investing for myself, that's personal finance, I can actually buy stocks for my own business. So this takes me to the types of investment assets. The types of investment assets, for the sake of discourse and for understanding, I just mentioned three. Number one is stocks, equities, and shares. When you hear stocks, when you hear equities, when you hear shares, they all mean the same thing. It's just about English. You understand? It's just an English word. When you own a stock, you own a share in a company, which makes you an equity holder. You understand? Now, a stock represents a small share of ownership in a company. See, let me tell you something. Even if you buy maybe 20,000 naira units of shares from maybe Apple, you can brag. You are a shareholder. You understand? You are a shareholder in Apple. Don't let anybody that maybe is a big, has bought a big part of Apple, maybe has millions of dollars of shares. You with your 20,000 naira share, you are a shareholder, my brother, my sister. You are a shareholder. Don't let anybody deceive you. As long as you have invested into a company monetarily, you have bought a percentage of that company, and that makes you a shareholder. Now, as a shareholder, you earn in two ways. You earn through dividend and you earn through capital gains. Now, dividend is an amount of money when a company declares profit. For example, if MTN as a company declares their profits, which they recently did, and I'm so looking forward to my dividend being paid into my account. If they declare a profit, they are legalized to pay their shareholders. They're legalized to pay their shareholders dividend. Now, dividend can be on a monthly basis, quarterly or yearly basis. Commonly is on a quarterly basis. It's very rare to see on a monthly basis, but commonly is on a quarterly basis, but you also see on a yearly basis. Capital gains. Now, what is capital gains? Capital gains is, for example, if I buy Telsa, my shares in Telsa, let's say I bought it 100 naira per unit of shares. It was 100 naira I bought it. And maybe 3 years or 4 years down the line, it becomes 4,000 naira. Do you know how much I've gained? I've gained 3,900 naira. And that's a lot of money. When you start multiplying it with the number of units of shares I currently have, that is a lot of money. When I choose to sell, I can never sell at the same value that I used to buy it. That is what they call capital gains. When you subtract how much you bought a shares from how much you currently have, you gain capital gains. Then please take note that stocks go through a lot of ups and downs. So people choose to sell when they start seeing their stocks is already going down. I know this discussion is going to be on a broader note, and I'm not going to be discussing it here. But when it comes to stocks, it's very risky, very, very risky and very volatile, but it pays more. I believe you know the saying that the higher the risk, the more money you make. You understand? The higher the risk, the higher the return. So the more riskier the investment asset is, the more returns you actually gain from it. So when you see stocks going down, going up, it's just the normal trend of a stock because it is volatile. Also, we have mutual funds. Now, let me quickly describe how a mutual fund is. Think of a mutual fund like a basket. Now, inside that basket, we have inside that basket we have apple, we have banana, we have watermelon, we have guava, we have pineapple. Now, let's say the name of that basket is called S&P 500. It's a type of mutual fund. It's called Standard and Poor 500. And the name of the basket is S&P 500. Now, inside that basket, I said that we have different fruits. Let's say the apple is actually apple, as in Apple, the company. The banana is like Telsa. The pineapple is like Amazon. The guava is like which company I mentioned with Facebook or Meta. You understand? Inside that basket, you have different stocks, and mutual funds. Mutual funds is less risky because inside the basket you have different funds. So in a situation where the apple starts to get bad, that is maybe the stock starts to go down, you can fall back on your pineapple. You understand? Because pineapple is doing well. Let's say pineapple is like Amazon. Amazon is rising. The company is making huge profit and they are paying serious dividend. You understand? To their shareholders. You know that every fruit in the basket cannot go bad at the same time, right? So that's the advantage of the mutual funds. Mutual fund is fully diversified compared to when you invest in a stock. If you invest in a stock, you are investing in a single instrument. You understand? Let's say in a stock, you buy Amazon stock, and God forbid something happens to Amazon. That is bye-bye all the money that you have invested. But if you invest in a mutual fund, you have invested in different stocks at the same time, and you can earn from different areas. In fact, you'll be earning from apple, you'll be earning from the pineapple, which is the Amazon, you'll be earning from the guava, which is probably the Telsa or the Facebook, Meta, and the likes. So it's less riskier compared to stocks. Now, when it comes to mutual funds, you earn two ways. You earn through capital gain, which I've already explained, as for example, when you buy it at 100 naira and then maybe 5 years down the line, it becomes 4,000 naira. So the difference is your capital gain. You earn through interest rates. So there's an interest on the bonds because inside your mutual funds, there are bonds. Then you earn through dividends. So there are so many ways when you invest in a mutual fund, you can earn. See, in fact, if you're a business owner here, I advise you, get your hands on mutual funds. It's usually the best. In fact, it's one of my best investment assets because it is less risky and it allows me to invest in so many things at once. So it's just like using a stone to kill so many birds. Now, thirdly, treasury bills. Now, treasury bills is a short-term instrument issued. Oh my God, this is 9:03, so I'll quickly wrap up. Treasury bill is a short-term instrument issued by the federal government through the central bank to provide short-term funding. Now, the federal government, they used to engage in a lot of projects, right? It could be land projects. They are trying to construct roads, build hospitals, build schools. You understand? They're always engaging in a lot of projects, and those projects require a lot of money. And you don't expect CBN to be meeting new cash because that's going to cause like inflation in the economy. So they cannot be printing cash. So they require a lot of money. So what do? They source that money through the public. That is, we, the citizens of the country. Now, how do they do that? They do that by issuing something called a treasury bill. That's usually for a period of 91 days, where they issue a treasury bill. So you as a business owner or as a person want to invest a certain amount of money. Usually it starts from 5,000 naira. If you want to invest in a treasury bill, I think it's always around 5,000, 10,000, depending on the treasury bill. But I think the least you will find is usually 5,000 naira. So you invest, you put your money there, and the good thing about it is that it's less risky. The reason why it's federal government, they will definitely pay your money back. The reason why that they go through the central bank. It's not like they have direct access to your money. They must pay the customers back. They must pay the citizens back. It's an obligation. You understand? Because they're going to make a lot of money through all these projects they're engaging in. It's going to generate a lot of money, and very, very fast. So within 91 days, because Treasury bill is 91 days, you're going to get the interest of your money back. You're going to get your money, and you're going to get the interest on it back. The interest now is a lot higher. As of 2020, 2019, the interest on Treasury bill was around 3 to 4%. But currently, guys, the percentage on Treasury bill is 17%. See, don't sleep on Treasury bills. Treasury bill is hot in the market right now. Like, a lot of people are engaging in it. From 3 to 4% to 17%, that is an exponential increase. So a lot of people are investing in Treasury because, within 91 days, you're going to get 17% of the amount of money that you invested into your Treasury bill. So if you're a business owner looking to invest in something that is not too risky, you're going to get your money back in short term, Treasury bill is your go-to guy. Like, your go-to guy at this moment, because it's 17% return on investment currently. Okay, now how to invest in assets. I'm trying to rush because I actually have a meeting. I've already explained I will be late. So how to invest in assets? Number one, consistently save 20 to 30% of your net profits in a high yield saving account. Consistently save 20 to 30% of your net profit. Now, I specifically said net profit. That is having removed all the deductions of expenses, having removed all the deduction of tax, all those, things that you need to deduct to generate your net profit for you. Now, when you have removed all that, pick and you get your income. Now, pick 20 to 30% out of that money and save it in a high yield saving account. What is a high yield saving account? A high yield saving account is an account that does not charge you all those maintenance charges, does not charge you on, card cost, all those fees that comes with, putting your money in a commercial bank. I believe we know them. So a high yield saving account, aside that it does not incur cost, it also puts in interest on your money. For example, the one I currently use, I use Optimus by AfriInvest. I use Carrywise, I use Piggyvest, but I majorly use Optimus because Optimus gives me a lot of money, to be honest. Like, I put my money in just my wallet. I don't even save it. I put my money in my wallet and I just get a lot of interest. I get interest on my money that is saved there regularly. In fact, the interest is generated on a daily basis. So my money is not just there, aside that they are not removing cost on it. I'm actually getting a lot of money on it. Like, as I save it there, my money is actually growing. So when you want to invest, put 20 to 30% of your money in a high yield saving account. Don't go and leave it in your commercial bank. Please and please. Don't leave it in your commercial bank because it's going to be decreasing because of all these unnecessary costs. And you can't compare the interest that commercial banks will pay you in comparison to a high yield saving account. So you can start with Optimus by AfriInvest. I love the company. I love what they are doing. Carrywise also, they are doing fantastic and all that. So after 6 to 9 months, invest your savings into an investment asset of your choice, e.g. Treasury bills. So after 6 to 9 months of saving in a high yield saving account, you can now invest your money into an investment asset of your choice, be it Treasury bills, be it mutual funds, or be it stocks. Then please review your investment performance periodically. Don't just go and invest your money and put it in Treasury bill and say, I'm relaxed. It is safe. Yes, it's safe, but still check it. Check it on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, by yearly basis. Just make sure to see what is happening there. The reason why is that, for example, a particular stock might not be doing well. So it might require you to move a part of that money to another stock or to move it to another financial asset. You understand? So that's why you need to review it. Then diversify your investment. What do I mean by diversify? Don't invest all your money, your business funds, in stocks. Don't invest everything in stocks. Diversify it. Put it in treasury bills or divide it. That 20 to 30% that you have saved for 6 to 9 months. Don't go and pour everything in stock market. Don't do that. Diversify it. Put it in stock. Put part of it in treasury bills. Put part of it in mutual funds. Put part of it in real estate. You understand? Just diversify it in different areas. Because God forbid something happens to the stock you purchase, you can fall back on the other areas. I hope we understand that. And please note, this is the last slide before questions. Number one, you don't have to be making millions to start investing. I used to educate a lot of people that come to me asking questions, how do I start investing? I don't have 100,000. You don't need to be making a lot of money. When I started investing, I started with 1,000 naira, and that has grown into thousands of naira right now. I started with 1,000 naira, and I started with SFS fund. I remember that's what I started with. I started with SFS funds, and it has grown. Like I said, it has grown to a lot. So you can start with as low as 5,000 naira, with as low as 5,000 naira. In fact, you know what? Let's just move to the second one, then I'll explain something. Get a solid and basic knowledge of investing before you start. Please, don't go and start investing without having a knowledge of it. Don't go and say, I saw Precious. Precious was paid 250,000 naira dividend. Hey, so I must go and invest in Apple. I must go and invest in Apple. What? I must be making this money she's making. What works for one person does not work for everyone. No, it does not. Please go and get knowledge. This is what I always teach the people in my community. Get the knowledge before you put your money in anything. Before you put your money in anything, get the knowledge. Know what it's about. What is this stock about? What is this company about? How have they been performing over the years? Basic information. Are they licensed to do that? Which brings me to my third point. Make sure that you do your due diligence before investing your money in anything. Do your due diligence. Are they SEC licensed? I remember there was an influencer that was promoting a particular organization that was into real estate and all that. And I went to go and ask them that, I wanted to start investing because I love real estate and I've always wanted to invest in real estate. And I went to ask them that, guys, how far, like I want to invest. Please, can you show me your SEC license? That is Security Exchange Commission license. Every investment company must have that. And they were like, they are working to get it and all. And I said, okay, no problem. That when they have it, they should let me know. I didn't invest in that company until they sent me a mail that, we have gotten our SEC license before I invested with them. Please do your due diligence. Ask questions. Don't just jump because everybody is doing it. Ask questions. This is why a lot of people fall for a lot of Ponzi schemes, a lot of quick get rich quick schemes. Do your due diligence. Ask the right questions. So, okay, before thank you, just to emphasize on the due diligence part, make sure that the organization you're about to invest in is SEC licensed. Please, it's very, very important. It's SEC licensed, Security Exchange Commission. There's a website where you can go and check it. Just type SEC. Maybe I will add it to part of the resources I want to give praise for you guys. There are resources that will guide you on everything I've taught so far. So you're going to see the link. Search for the companies that you're about to invest in, or the investment company that you're about to give money to invest on your behalf. You understand? Make sure that you ask the appropriate questions, and yeah, that's that about that. So thank you guys for your time, and God bless you. If you have questions, You can ask. I think Praise has been putting that out on the Telegram group. So if you have questions for me, you can ask now. You can start asking now. And I put this scan code because some people might not ask questions here. So you can always ask the questions. You can always ask the questions much later. But if you have a question, just ask now so that I can answer. This slide, I'll give it to Praise. So she's going to share it with you guys. I'm still going to add some resources to it. So I cannot send it to the group chat at this moment. So in the course of the week, that's next week, I'm going to add some materials that's going to help you guys to get started. Basic stuff, a lot of free resources I normally don't give out, but just for every business owner here, or even corporate guys, professional guys, just to learn and know more. I'm going to put a lot of resources to help you. I'm going to put my course, my link. If you want to ask more questions for me personally, you can ask me. So if you have a question, I'm still waiting. I'm just talking so that I'm whiling away time. And you can unmute, like Chris said, you can unmute to ask a question, just in case your typing is might take a lot of time. Okay, I see a question by David. What do you think about commercial bank loans for startup businesses? Case study, a company that hasn't gone public. Before you say you want to take your company public, that's a whole different conversation entirely. But if you're a startup business, I'll give you one solid advice I've given to every business that has come to my bank to come and borrow loan. In fact, where I worked, the bank I used to work, we don't give loans to startup businesses. And I know it was a microfinance bank, so they don't do that. But I know commercial banks, they might do it, but I don't advise you to take a loan from a commercial bank if you're a startup company. Let me explain why. Number one, you need to have tested your business. That is, steadily, there is an amount of money your business supposed to be making. You understand? Because if you take a loan and your business has not started making money, please explain to me, how do you intend on paying back? I know it's always sweet, when you say that you want to go and take loan, to do this for your business, do that for your business. You have big plans and everything. Probably drafted out a plan. But if you're a startup, you're a seed, you're someone just trying to, your business is like a prototype. You are just starting out. You've not had a consistent customer base, people patronizing your product or your service, and you are making steady amount of money. In fact, commercial banks, if you want to borrow loan from them, they're going to take you through a rigorous process. They're going to ask you to bring financial statements, 6 months to 1 year financial statement, showing that you have the capacity to pay back. Remember that when you are borrowing loan from a commercial bank, you're not just going to pay back the principal, you're going to pay it with interest. And that interest is accruing on a monthly basis. At the end of maybe the period, it's going to be double the money that you borrowed. So you must have that business that you want to invest in must be making money. For example, if you want to collect 500,000 naira, and the business is making maybe 20,000 naira on a monthly basis, you know that is obviously not visible. See, my best advice is that if you are a startup business owner and your business is making money, make sure that your business is making more money than the money you want to borrow. For example, your business is making 1 million naira. This is an example. Your business makes 1 million naira on a monthly basis, because I dealt with a lot of customers that they make more than that on a monthly basis. Your business makes 1 million naira on a monthly basis, and you want to collect a loan of 2 million naira. That makes a lot of sense. On a monthly basis, your business makes 1 million naira, or you want to collect a loan of 5 million naira. That still makes sense, because in 5 months' time, you can actually generate 5 million naira. But usually, I would advise that your business should be making more money than the amount of money that you are about to. Your business should be making more money than the amount of money you want to borrow. Because remember, you're not just returning back the principal, you are returning it with interest. You are returning it with interest, and interest accrues on a daily basis. I had a lot of, just quickly going to share this. We had a lot of customers coming into the bank, and it was hell. A lot of them could not pay back because their businesses were not doing well. This is the reality of the market. Their customers are keen, with confidence, big guys, and these are not even startups. These are companies that, they have a steady cash flow. They have consistent flow of income. But then the market hits deep. You understand? Like I knew a guy that this man is big and everything, but he could not pay back the loan because the market hit. So if you're a startup, please trust me, you won't want to handle commercial bank loan, because when those guys want to get their money back, they're going to put you through hell. I'm talking as a banker. They're going to put you through hell. All the recovery processes is going to be pretty tough. So you should be looking for investors to invest in your business, outsourcing. You understand? Whatever it is you do not go to commercial banks if you are a startup. If your business has consistent income, fine. But if you're a startup, I don't advise you to do that. So, any other question? I hope that answers your question, David. I really hope it does. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.